Well, Munster and Leinster have been the dominant teams in the conferences, haven't they? And they both won their conferences with tread to spare. So Leinster against Munster in the final, we expected that, didn't we?
Munster v Leinster final, tasty. A very exciting lineup. Two teams that have really performed well. As we always know, Leinster are fantastic, but Munster, never bet against Munster.
To give both sides their credit, they've been the form and the consistent teams in each of the conferences.
Two best teams in the league. Leinster were always going to be there. It was just going to be a matter of who was going to join them in the final.
I think that Leinster and Munster, they have been the two most consistent teams throughout this tournament. Absolutely epic battle that we're all going to witness at the RDS.
It had to be those two. If you're going to pick two teams, I suppose, from the start of this campaign, Leinster and Munster would be there.
Not really surprised, and I think it's going to be a cracking match.
This is the biggest rivalry in world rugby, I believe, and hopefully we'll see two big teams going toe-to-toe, looking to take each other's heads off.
An Irish derby in Dublin for a final, it could be epic.
Well, Leinster, as they always are, have been imperious all season. It never ceases to amaze me how they can rotate so many players and maintain such high standards. I think upwards of 50 players have represented the province again this season, and with the exception of one or two games, they've looked virtually invincible.
Just carried on from where they left off. Ridiculously good, ridiculously consistent, way out ahead than any other team in the league and arguably in Europe. And I love the fact that the consistency, the legacy they're building in that team.
There's a real all-black-esque inevitability about them clawing their way back into games, even when they go behind from the start. They leave you feeling foolish for ever thinking you had a chance.
Personally, I think Leinster have been insatiable, whether they're playing their first team, second team or third team. They have so much depth in their side. They've dispatched sides left, right and centre, and the amount of bonus points they've gained in winning their games just shows how superior they've been in that conference.
Leinster come with this gathering storm. They build momentum and the game gets quicker and quicker and they make fewer and fewer mistakes. They are utterly ruthless. Although they have looked fallible at times, is there a crack in the mighty Leinster machine?
Leinster are in the winning habit, but I think they're slightly off the boil. I think they've been dipping ever so slightly. I think they're not the side that they were this time last year. Now they're still good enough to top the pool, add a little bit of a counter, but I'm inclined to think that they're going that way and Munster going the opposite direction.
Leinster this season have shown they are human. As much as they've had some amazing wins, Connacht got a scalp from them, and most recently Ospreys managed to get the better of them. However, with all their superstars returning, I'm not sure if you've just poked an angry bear and made Leinster ready and raring for the final.
Healy's off in chase here, and he's got it at the second attempt, and now he's got a little bit of space. Healy digs one in behind, all on the bounce, and can he collect it? Mike Healy for the line. That's brilliant from the Munster fullback. Munster go through to the Pro14 final.
If there's one team that can disrupt this Leinster team and beat them in Ireland, it is most definitely Munster. Munster are definitely in with a shot.
They really set the tone for their campaign in one of their first matches against the Scarlets. Won it in the 80th minute with a nerveless kick from Ben Healy. It really set the tone for the rest of their campaign. Completely ruthless, and yeah, I do think they've got what it takes to beat Leinster.
Well, Munster probably haven't been as dominant in Conference B, but you know, in the end they've got there. By hook or by crook, they've won close matches, and I've learned through my career that you really shouldn't back against Munster. Can they beat Leinster in the final? Why not?
I think rivalries bring out the best in teams. I think having an Irish derby as the final will certainly do something to the final. I think of all the teams that could give them a run for their money at the moment, Munster would be the team that I would put there.
It's like tapping a pane of glass. The more you tap it, eventually it's going to break. I do think they have to beat them at some stage, and why not in the final?
Munster have outperformed their capabilities, I believe, and they'll have a number of Irishmen returning to camp together with Joey Carberry. Who knows? We all love an underdog.
In the game in January, Munster versus Leinster, Munster were in control for most of that game. And Leinster did what they always do. They've got a mental hold over Munster for a long time now, and they got the win. They've been getting wins that they haven't deserved occasionally, whereas Munster, I think, are getting better and better, and I think that game might have given them enough belief to think that they can get this game over the line and get the win finally against Leinster.
I remember the day when Leinster overcame the Munster hoodoo and Leinster beat them, and it was a huge swing in Irish rugby. I just wonder whether this might be the day when it swings back Munster's way.
They stay in games till the very end, and if there's a way to win it, they can find it. So they deserve to be in the final. They've been the most dominant team in their conference.
If they can draw Leinster into that sort of 10-man rugby, that physical battle, then God, we're in for a game.
Not many will believe that they can win, but they have to, and they will.
You never know, the time could be now for them. They played brilliantly in various spells across this season, and maybe just on the day they can be the team that stops Leinster.
Munster are a brilliant team when they click, when they're on form, when they bring that physicality, when they bring that edge. They've got World Cup winner in the back line. They have a hard edge up front, lots of physicality, and it's going to be a battle for the ages.